Welcome everybody to the Farmhouse Restaurant. My name is Joe Eskridge. The first song I'm going to do is a little song about life called That's Life. I make my way down the same old road every day. I let a time clock tell me when to stop and start working so I can get paid. Then I make my way home to my little heaven, live it up with my family from 6 till 11. I wouldn't say I've got it easy, but I've got it made. Now that's life, that's how you do it. You get up every day and you just get to it. Don't think that good and bad ain't gonna come your way. That's life, you deal with it every second, make sure you live it. You only get one chance through, you don't get to stay. Now let's see, the way I counted, about 30 more years to go. Then I can sit back and start to take a life real slow. But till then, a whole lot of living to do with time cards, maybe a little time off too. I'll live until I die, then I'll be ready to go. 'Cause that's life, that's how you do it. You get up every day and you just get to it. Don't think that good and bad ain't gonna come your way. That's life, you deal with it every second, make sure you live it. You only get one chance through, you don't get to stay. Well, this life is all about a living, a little taking, a little giving. The answers are always around, but they're sometimes hidden. 'Cause that's life, that's how you do it. You get up every day and you just get to it. You don't think that good and bad ain't gonna come your way. That's life, you deal with it every second, make sure you live it. You only get one chance through, you don't get to stay. Yeah, you only get one chance through, you don't get to stay. Very good. This little song called a song about growing up in the country and being surrounded by fields of white cotton, and how we used to use those fields when I was growing up. Every Friday night with a borrowed car and borrowed money, Mama worried, Dad thought it was fun. It's summer night out on a date, my dream girl, down the dirt road to the back of that cotton field, where she'd take me to a whole new world. Well, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. It's the only place we could be alone, and I could tell her how I feel, hoping to get far enough along to seal the deal. Yeah, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. Well, me and Elizabeth have been together long enough. I think it's time I buy that ring and show her what my heart is made of. And I've got an idea how to make the proposal right. 'Cause 'cause I know what she likes to do on Friday nights. No, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. It's the only place we can be alone, and I can tell her how I feel. Hoping to get far enough along to seal the deal. Yeah, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. Well, we're older now with kids all our own, and we take them to Grandma's and Grandpa's house when we want to be alone. A midsummer night out on a date with my dream girl, down the dirt road to the back of that cotton field, where she still rocks my world. Well, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. It's the only place we can be alone, and I can tell her how I feel. Hoping to get far enough along to seal the deal. Yeah, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field. Yeah, there's nothing like a kiss in a cotton field.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I don't know how much talking we're allowed to do, so I won't do too much. But I was lucky enough to grow up in a small town next door to an old country store. And the lady and man that owned that country store were like grandparents to me. And this is a little something I wrote about them, for them. And they're not here anymore, but they are, if you know what I mean. So this is a song for them. It's called Baden's Grocery.
Well, I remember like it was yesterday, loading up in the truck with my dad, and he'd take me down to Vaden's Grocery and buy me the best popsicle I ever had. And I remember there'd be Mr. Bill and the tricky pull that scared the devil out of me. Well, he'd yell out, "Hey Joe, Johnny," and then he'd pop out his teeth. Well, you could buy bologna and cheese, sit down, drink a Coke and watch TV and solve the problems of the world down at Baden's Grocery. Well, Mr. Paul would come and pump your gas under a Union 76 sign, and you could pull up for water and air, and they wouldn't charge you a dime. Sad how things change. Well, I hate my kids will never know how Miss Baden would open up early in the rain, even in the snow, so you could buy bologna and cheese, sit down, drink a Coke to watch TV and solve the problems of the world down at Baden's Grocery. Well, there's nothing that I've ever owned, there's nothing that I wouldn't trade to take a clock and turn back the hands of time, go back there and live one more day where you could buy bologna and cheese, sit down, drink a Coke and watch TV and solve the problems of the world down at Baden's Grocery.
This is a song dedicated to all of the married men in the room. I feel the love that you feel for your folks. Anyway, this one's for you boys.
Well, fellas, I wanted to come out and play. I'd been making plans all day. But you know who had plans of her own. So you know who had to give up the throne. This king of the hill don't feel too majestic. He just ended up the victim of a domestic. Now no 911 is gonna help me out. She's laid down the law, there's no need to pout. There's no safe place in the entire house for a selfish man and an overruling spouse. But it's my castle, don't make me protect it. But she cut them eyes and I became the victim of a domestic. Oh, but I'm not gonna give up on a good time yet. I'll finish her list and then I'm set. About 100 things to do and then I'm done. Ha, the rest of the night ain't nothing but fun. But an evening shopping's what she expected. Son of a gun. And there I stood, the victim of a domestic. Well, no 911 will help me out. She's laid down the law, no need to pout. There's no safe place in the entire house for a selfish man and an overruling spouse. But it's my castle, don't make me protect it. She cut them eyes and I became the victim of a domestic. Well, fellas, let me warn you, if you think you wear the crown, there's only room for one mayor in your little town. Don't be a fool, learn to play the part. Show the little girl that every day she's the queen of your heart. Or no 911 will help you out. She'll lay down the law, no need to pout. There's no safe place in the entire house for a selfish man and an overruling spouse. But it's my castle, don't make me protect it. She cut them eyes and I became a victim of a domestic. The victim of a domestic. Victim of a domestic.
Good. Sure. Okay. This is a song about a desolate piece of road back where I grew up, and it seems like I always ended up on this particular bridge every time a girl broke my heart, so I put it on paper. I pulled into the drive, my bag's in the grass and her face was in her hands. Through her fingers a look that said we need to have a talk, woman to man. You've done what you could, but it's not what I need. So you can drive on board, cause I'm giving up on you. I'm giving in to me. Now I'll be fine if I can just get over the fork at Dee River Bridge.
Then I won't have to think about all the things I didn't do and the one thing she did. Tell myself the lies to try to keep the hurt hid. Driving and crying, trying to get over the forked Dee River Bridge. There's a lonely glow in the cab of a truck that a dashboard light makes. I'll drive her off of my mind no matter what, no matter how many miles it takes. And I might roll down the window when I get there. I'll throw a match out behind me, and that should be enough to keep her memory from having a way to find me. Yeah, I'll be fine if I can just get over the forked Dee River Bridge. Then I won't have to think about all the things I didn't do and the one thing she did. Tell myself the lies to try to keep the hurt hid. Driving and crying, trying to get over the forked Dee River Bridge. Looking in the rear view mirror, I watch a fading love. I know I'll never be the same. Then the match burns out as the forked Dee River Bridge goes down in flames. Now I'm sure I'll be just fine if I can just get over the forked Dee River Bridge. Then I won't have to think about all the things I didn't do and the one thing she did. Tell myself the lies to try to keep the hurt hid. Driving and crying, trying to get over the forked Dee River Bridge. Forked Dee River Bridge. Driving and crying, the forked Dee River Bridge.
All right. Thank you. Okay. The guy I co-wrote this song with had one date with this particular girl, and she was good for about 40 songs. I never met her, but boy, she was something else to him. All right.
Well, I can't believe that two-day weekend is still on my mind. The one that happened 6 months ago. That blonde hair and those green eyes I think about all the time. And as each day passes, there's something I'd like you to know. Well, there's a picture in my mind of a perfect girl. She reminds me a lot of you. Well, I believe I could search throughout the whole wide world, but you captured my heart like only the perfect girl could do. Well, I've been out with a dozen girls since that short affair. Oh, but none of them made me feel the way you do. Still, I could call you up tonight, but I know that you don't really care. Oh, but my heart and mind think different things are the truth. There's a picture in my mind of a perfect girl. She reminds me a lot of you. Well, I believe that I could search throughout the whole wide world, but you captured my heart like only the perfect girl could do. Looking at my life 10 years down the road, well, I wonder if I still feel the same about you. When I try to speak to you now, you know you seem so cold. Oh, but one day, baby, I'm guessing you'll be calling out my name. Yeah, there's a picture in my mind of a perfect girl. She reminds me a lot of you. Well, I believe I could search throughout the whole wide world, but you captured my heart like only the perfect girl could do. Yeah, you captured my heart like only the perfect girl could do.
I read the rules, and so I don't want to like do anything inappropriate. I have a G and a PG. One's a love song about love gone wrong, and one's a love song with a motorcycle. Do you remember that song by chance? It's a Harley Davidson song, Fatboy Song. Seemed like you were there one night when we were doing it. Risky? No? All right. Well, let me qualify this song so that the chord doesn't get pulled out of the amp after the first line. This is a song about a gentleman's love affair. Actually, it's a love triangle between a man, a woman, and his fat boy motorcycle.
Her eyes sparkle when she sees what's between my legs, and when I don't let her on it, she just pouts and begs. Well, I say, hold on, baby, this is like something you ain't never tried. This ain't no county fair, this ain't no kiddie ride. She loves my fat boy, she loves the way it feels. Wind in her hair, arms around me, yeah, she knows the deal. Her legs squeezing my pipes, pleasing the vibration, the sensation, chrome reflection, pure perfection, feels good, don't it? I know you want it, ain't no toy. My baby loves my fat boy. Now I don't worry about this thing getting old. She knows how to warm it up, even when it's cold. And I bring the leather, and she brings the lace. And I let my fat boy put a smile on her face. She loves my fat boy, she loves the way it feels. Wind in her hair, arms around me. Yeah, she knows the deal. Her legs squeezing my pipes, pleasing the vibration, the sensation, chrome reflection, pure perfection. Feels good, don't it? I know you want it. Ain't no toy. My baby loves my fat boy. Ain't no toy. My baby loves my fat boy. Come on, baby, let's.
For letting us come out, and thank you, Farmhouse Restaurant, for hosting. I can't wait to dig in. It's a song, The Lover Boy, that I co-write with. We wrote this song about, seemed like this had happened to both of us and probably most of the guys out here at one point or another. Driven by an ex-girlfriend's house and see two cars in the drive. And neither one of them's yours. So this is a song called Two Cars.
Well, I wanted to see how life would be from the other side of the fence. Didn't want to answer to anyone. I was convinced. So I let my heart go and let it run. And had my mind set on being free and having fun. But now I'm making this trip through town tonight by myself. Drove by your house and now it's clear to see that you have someone else. With two cars in the drive and low lights on. Better believe it, boy, I'm really gone. Well, she didn't want it to happen, still I want it my way. More I wanted to let go, the more she wanted me to stay. Dang, that song they're playing on the radio as I try to steer. Wonder how in the hell I got myself here. Making this trip through town tonight by myself. Drove by your house, now it's clear to see that you have someone else. And there are two cars in the drive and no lights on. Better believe it, boy, I'm really gone. The only way for me to get away is to put miles between me and the decisions I made. That night I made you let me go, keeps running through my head. Should be holding you in my arms tonight, but instead I'm making this trip through town tonight myself. Drove by your house, now it's clear to see that you have someone else. There are two cars in the drive and no lights on. Better believe it, boy, I'm really gone. Two cars in the drive and no lights on. Better believe it, boy, I'm really gone.
Thanks again, Jerry.